Hey everybody, it's Chris bringing you the Croncast.
From the basement of their suburban home,
This is my only way of revenge.
Chris and Betsy Smith are leading a radio revolution of sorts.
But they had purple corn.
Really?
Yeah, now tell me that, I'm not suffering some long-term effects because of this.
Their show goes out not over the airwaves, but over the internet. Chris and Betsy are podcasters.
We started the shows with a sock over a cheap microphone as a windscreen. And then eventually I got in trouble for buying, the rest of the equipment that you see.
Now, 3 times a week, Chris and Betsy slip off their shoes and slip into the studio to do the Croncast, one of the top 25 shows delivered directly by way of computer to iPods and other portable music devices.
This will be the summer of podcasting. There's no doubt about it.
A claim that's hard to argue with if you start looking around for the distinctive white earphones that come with the popular Apple iPod. A recent study found that 22 million Americans own iPods or other MP3 players, and more than 6 million have listened to podcasts.
It's kind of like TiVo for your iPod. You're able to record digital professional content from big companies like NBC and Disney. You can listen to it at any time.
What makes podcasting different is that you subscribe to the shows you like.
The new technology behind podcasts gives you the ability to subscribe to podcasts that you like. So say I enjoy hearing the Wall Street Journal every morning on my commute to work. I can subscribe to their podcast, and every time I plug in my iPod, that day's news will automatically be sent to it.
Even though it's called podcasting, an iPod isn't really necessary. Any portable music player that plays back an MP3 file should be just fine. That means you can use things like a little PDA that plays back MP3s, or even a cell phone if you have the right headphones. So what can you listen to? Almost anything. You can start by looking for shows you like at sites like iPodder.org, podcast.net, and Podcast Alley. The most popular show is a new one called This Week in Tech.
We decided to release an extra edition of This Week in Tech due to the big Apple Intel announcement.
But other podcasts are on the gamut from church shows to bodybuilding. And it doesn't take much to start doing your own podcast.
The most important thing to make your own podcast is a microphone and an internet connection. Now, a lot of folks have microphones built into their computer right now, but if you're looking for a little bit higher quality, you're going to want a third-party microphone to plug in.
And companies like Chicago's Pale Groove Studios are springing up to help novices and businesses who don't want to do it themselves. One of the country's top podcasting couples say they have no idea how popular their show would be.
I didn't think anyone would listen. I mean, who wants to listen to two, married people on a cul-de-sac pushing 30, grieving their coolness? But apparently, there's a huge segment of population out there.
Charlie Wojciechowski for NBC News.